Welcome to the Cipla archives. Fasten your seatbelts as we take you on a journey through time. Dr. K.A. Hamied was born in 1898 in Aligarh. He was an exemplary scientist and a fierce Indian nationalist who played a crucial part in the Indian freedom struggle. In the mid-1920s, he went to Germany to get his doctorate in chemistry from Berlin University. He returned to India and founded the Chemical Industrial Pharmaceutical Laboratories in 1935, popularly known as Cipla. On 4th July 1939, Mahatma Gandhi's momentous visit to the Cipla laboratory in Mumbai Central inspired Dr. K.A. Hamied's vision to make India self-sufficient in healthcare. 15th August 1947, India's first Independence Day was celebrated with great fervour at the Cipla headquarters. In 1960, Dr. K.A. Hamied's son, Dr. Y.K. Hamied, joined Cipla in the R&D division. He was armed with a PhD in organic chemistry from the University of Cambridge, which he pursued under the tutelage of Lord Alexander Todd, a chemistry Nobel laureate. Dr. Y.K. Hamied infused fresh ideas, not only in Cipla, but also in the Indian pharmaceutical industry. He was among the earliest pioneers of bulk drugs, also known as active pharmaceutical ingredients. Within a decade, Cipla began manufacturing over 30 APIs in India, which reduced dependency on import of bulk drugs. In the 1960s, Cipla pioneered inhalation therapy in India and produced its first inhaler in 1972, making it easily accessible for patients. This was followed by the launch of salbutamol, that was considered a landmark in the treatment of asthma and COPD. The company also took the initiative of creating therapy awareness and practice support materials for patients and the medical community. Cipla was instrumental in the formation of the Indian Drug Manufacturers Association, which helped reverse the stifling 1911 Patents Act regime. The revised act was finally implemented in 1972, changing the course of history for Cipla and the pharma industry. It was in 1984 that the name Chemical Industrial and Pharmaceutical Laboratories was officially changed to its popular acronym Cipla. In 1985, Cipla completed 50 years. This Golden Jubilee celebration was further bolstered when it received US FDA approval for its facilities, making it among the first Indian pharmaceutical companies to achieve this distinction. Soon, the company began to lead the Indian pharmaceutical industry in areas like combination drugs, pediatrics, HIV, and inhaled respiratory medicine. Cipla also took the lead in researching and offering affordable drugs for several orphan diseases like thalassemia to ensure that high prices would not impede access to life-saving treatment for these rare conditions. Amidst this growth momentum, Cipla stayed true to its purpose, going beyond cure. In 1997, the first of its kind Palliative Care and Training Centre was set up in Pune that offered free of cost care to terminally ill patients and their families. In the 1990s, the prevailing price for HIV therapy was upwards of $12,000 per person per year, completely out of reach for those who needed it the most. On 28 September 2000, Dr. Y.K. Hamied delivered a historic speech at the European Commission in Brussels, where he promised to drastically reduce the cost and make this life-saving therapy accessible to all. What Cipla promised, Cipla delivered. Cipla created the world's first triple drug fixed dose combination, and on 7th February 2001, Cipla offered this triple HIV cocktail therapy to Doctors Without Borders at $350 per person per year. The world took notice of Cipla at this juncture, and it made headlines, creating a paradigm shift and bringing accessibility and affordability to the center of the debate. Dr. Hamied also made a commitment that Cipla would transfer technology to any government in the world that needed it. In 2005, the bird flu pandemic broke out. Cipla once again stepped up and produced its own generic version of the approved drug in response to a worldwide shortage. Cipla looked beyond business to serve the needs of society and launched several community initiatives near its manufacturing sites. In 2011, these initiatives were formally subsumed under the Cipla Foundation. Since then, the foundation has actively complemented the corporate side of the group, reinforcing its founding purpose of caring for life. 2012 marked another landmark for Cipla as it moved to become a promoter-led and professionally run organization. Expanding its global footprint, Cipla acquired companies in emerging markets. In 2013, acquired MedPro in South Africa, with which it had a relationship since 1994. In a major milestone, in early 2016, Cipla acquired Invagen and Exelan in the USA for access to local markets and to facilitate access to government and institutional businesses. Cipla stretched its spectrum from illness to wellness, and Cipla Health was born in 2013 and became an independent consumer healthcare subsidiary in 2016. Towards the end of the decade, Cipla diversified into newer therapies and launched a specialty product pipeline in the USA to meet unmet patient needs. Reimagining its approach for patient care, the company made its foray into digital therapeutics through strategic partnerships. In the fight against COVID-19, Cipla once again came to the forefront of care, ensuring access to a wide spectrum of offerings from diagnosis to treatment. A compassionate approach to healthcare that goes beyond the pursuit of profit has been a driving force in Cipla's history, making its business a real force for good.